Right now, we're under strict social distancing rules, but when those are eventually lifted, life is still going to be different.
So Heather asked a former Obama administration health official, what does the next year or two look like? Heather, this is one of the really most prominent voices on healthcare policy, healthcare reform, Medicare.
Right.
And he's really been talking to just about everybody, it sounds like.
Right, and that's why we went to him, because he spends his days all day long. He talks with governors, governor staff, people on the Hill, scientists, epidemiologists, lab companies, people at the WHO. So we thought, okay, this guy has a wide breadth of knowledge. His name is Andy Slavitt. He lives right here in Minnesota, staying home right here in Edina. And I said, hey, I know you don't have a crystal ball, but you talk to a lot of people. So we keep talking about this idea of a new normal. What does that mean? Some
of the things that you got into, the specifics, I think many people, it's a bit of a wake-up call as to how lasting some of this stuff will be. Yeah, because I asked him, you know, over, let's say, a 2-year period. And first we went into face masks. Right. And he said, yeah, we're going to be wearing face masks for a while, especially in certain states where you might have more cases of COVID-19. He also talked about this possibly being the end of handshakes. He said our kids from now are going to tell stories to their friends that, you know, way back when people used to grab each other's hands and hold on to it. And their kids are going to look at them and be like, well, that was a really weird thing that you all used to do. Do you think that those things will really go away? I don't know. Yeah. I will tell you, when I come up to somebody, I be sure to keep my distance now. And at the very beginning of this, before we were doing social distancing, I wasn't shaking hands. So I wonder about that. Yeah. We also asked him about travel a little bit, too. That's good. I've been thinking about this, too, because, you know, assuming that stay home gets lifted at some point this summer, I think some people might be tempted to, you know, like you feel like you need a vacation. Right. And so he said he thinks people will fly much more carefully and thoughtfully. Of course, there's going to be the masks. But also he suggested that you might go one step further, is that you take a test before you fly anywhere. And the idea is that maybe you are in an area that still has COVID, but you're flying to an area that's kind of got a handle on it. You don't want to be the person that brings it in from one area to another. That's interesting. I mean, when I think about these things in long-term effects, I always think back to the 9/11 terrorist attacks. Right. And after that, we all, I think, were going around thinking, man, is anyone going to feel safe getting on a plane again? Right. And of course, we've seen air travel at record levels in recent years. So but we also saw major changes in how we travel. Right. Yeah, maybe you had a testing protocol. Right, exactly. Another one I thought was interesting. He said, nope, he didn't think there would be anywhere with big crowds in 2020. Yeah, the whole year. That's staggering, right? Right. So we're talking about college football games. NFL. We're talking about concerts. Yeah. Right. He said he does talk with a lot of the pro sports leagues, and he said you can see a situation where you would have games that would happen without any fans in there. But he said by 2021, we'll have a better idea of how this virus is transmitted. We'll probably have more therapies, you know, getting closer to a vaccine. One thing, though, he did say he felt optimistic about was there are so many really good scientists all over the world working on a vaccine. Yeah. And that gives him some optimism out there. For sure. Yeah. It's a great conversation. It was great. If you get a chance to watch it online, you can check it out on our website.